All I'm gonna say is that after you commission, make sure that if you don't have unit PT, that you are taking care of yourself. I went to college a semester early. I got married early. I need to remind myself how young I am.
The whole stereotypical like being in the military and missing out on things. I didn't know it still affected me this much.
If you are about to be a dual military couple, I'm not gonna lie to you, at some point you will not be together, and it's all about the effort that you two wanna put in.
Nothing to discuss, cause I did win by default and without any doubt. I'm a me happy adult, I no go feed the girl, I no go feed the girl insult. I'm a mind that's in the dark. I put my life into my job and I know I'm in trouble. She manipulate my love. I know holy and I know that get both like the Baba fly, yo, my yo, don't cry, yo. And if you go and shadow, and if you go and shadow, and if you go and shadow.
Good morning. Clearly, I am not in my OCP regular camouflage uniform. I am in my physical fitness uniform. Obviously, I'm not done yet because I have on this little basketball t-shirt that I stole from a friend, but it's because we're rucking today. Okay, so for my civilian friends and family who like to watch my videos, rucking is basically a 40-pound book bag that you wear while you run or walk a certain distance with your unit or team. It is not something, I would say, that the Air Force does on a regular basis. It's more of like an Army and Marines thing. Definitely an Army thing. But for some reason, my wing decided to do a warrior run this morning, which means that we need to be outside also rucking like how Army does. And Lucas took the cozy, comfy sweater that we're allowed to wear in this uniform. It's like the same gray, but like thicker, and she's just so cute. So I don't have that sweater. I have the ugly jacket. Well, it's not ugly, but it's just not as cute. I have the jacket that goes with it. But I am a little scared that by the time we get like halfway through it, I might get a little bit warm. So I decided to put this undershirt with it, and then I'm wearing leggings underneath my shorts. Also, I know I always have quite a few cadets that like to watch my videos, so I'm gonna tell y'all that PT doesn't necessarily stop when you become active duty. It just really depends on your unit and your team. Some units like to work out one time together, maybe like every Friday, and it's more like a morale thing. Some like to work out 3 times a week and it's like a for real thing. Some units just simply like to do self PT, where you get time in the morning or the evening after work to go do your own PT, and if you fail your PT test, then they'll kind of come back to that concept. But really, like I said, it just depends on the unit you're in. My unit does more like the 1 PT every week, where it's something kind of fun like ultimate frisbee. Lucas's unit, they do like 3 times a week PT, and sometimes it's like sprints. Overall though, PT does not stop whether you do it with your unit or yourself, because you gotta stay fit. And I would argue to say that if you commission at a time when you're like 21, 22, 23, like before 25, that is kind of the hardest place to be in, because now it's really up to you, and those PT standards do not change until you hit 25, which means for the next 2 or 3 years, it's up to you to maintain that same fitness standard as you did when you were 18. Trust me, after 21, not that you like are old or anything, but it starts to feel a little bit different. Like running starts to feel a little bit more labored. Push-ups start to feel a little bit more heavy. Make sure that if you don't have unit PT, that you are taking care of yourself and actually PTing and actually doing the things that you need to do. Running, push-ups, and you'll be fine. Kitty! Oh. Say good morning. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and get going, just because a lot of people are gonna be meeting at the parade field together, and I don't really feel like fighting for parking, so I'm gonna go now.
I just got done. It was very cold, but it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. We basically just did like a brisk power walk for the entire 4 miles, and it was at your own pace and your own weight, so it really wasn't that bad. So I guess I really did not need to eat pasta last night. Like, I made pasta last night specifically so that I would have the energy to tap into for this morning's run, but it wasn't that deep. But it's okay. I got my cardio done and out the way for today, so I'm gonna just work out a little bit later. I don't want no party, I just want you. See, I'm chilling with the gang, come bring your friends too. Slow wine, we can take it straight to the room. Where nobody come from. I don't want no party, I just want you. See, I'm chilling with the gang, come bring your friends too. Slow wine, we can take it straight to the room. See, I don't wanna talk about beef right now, but they're stepping on my toes. And I don't wanna jump in the hoop with the goons, I can do it on my own. Can do it on my jack show. Baby, see my phone, yeah, that's like her. Baby, yeah, that's like her to like her. If I really had time, I would wipe ya. See, I'm busy doing roll with a white star. If I can't get cool in a ride, no way. If I get cool in a ride, only. If you do to the fence, that's a boom by, yeah. You can come down, find it, come on, do it.
Good morning, guys. It is Saturday morning and clearly I'm all dressed up, ready to go. I'm actually going to a Renaissance fair today, which is very different for me. Like, I'm not really a Renaissance fair kind of person, but I've been trying to do new things lately. Last weekend, I went camping, like actual camping, not like cabin camping, like the whole tent, full thing, like the whole shebang. So we're in the era of trying new things, which is kind of easy to do here because everyone is pretty nice. But the main reason why I'm so adamant about trying new things is because I need to remind myself how young I am. And I just think that, like, with my career and the things that we've done so far, it's been a huge blessing, but I'm only 23. I'm a 23-year-old who I feel like I don't really always do 23-year-old things. I went to college a semester early. I got married early. I've started my career early. I'm in a very comfortable place, but these are typically things that people kind of like wait for a little bit. So even though I've been blessed with these things very early, I still want to like ground myself and make sure that I'm still experiencing like life and doing things I've never done before. And I want to encourage y'all to do that too, especially if you're kind of in the same position. We are young. This is what this time is for. This is what this age is for. So I need to start embracing 23 and doing things like going to a Renaissance fair. Anyways, that's my word for today, but I really do want to get into the fit. Guys, I was made for fall. Maybe not so much winter, because when I think of winter, I really do think of death. There's just so many easy ways to die, but the fall, it's like the days are just perfect. It's crisp, it's cool. You get to wear cute outfits. Like, look at me thriving. This is such a cute outfit. I love her. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get going and enjoy this beautiful day. Okay, so how do you do this?
And try to keep it right on the sled.
Okay.
And then you're kind of pull back, kind of focus on your chin, and then just let it rip.
Okay. Okay, nothing happened.
Gotta pull back a little bit more.
Oh my god. It's no.
There you go.
Wow, that was
there you
cool.
go.
I should get into this sport. Okay, who's next?
You just did one.
Sorry.
She said, okay, who's next?
Good morning, happy Sunday. Yesterday, that Renaissance fair was actually really fun and the food was very good. I'm just so happy that the last 2 events have been such a successful outcome. But today I'm basically chilling, catching up on a few things, catching up with a few people. I was talking to my little sister because yesterday was her homecoming dance. I saw like all the pictures and I'm not gonna lie, like I was super happy and crying because she's so beautiful. but I was also a little sad because I was just not there. And this has happened a few times this year. Like my older sister got an apartment and all of my siblings and family were over there and having like a sleepover, and I was calling and I was like so happy but also crying at the same time, and then we're all crying together because they knew exactly, like, even though, oh my god, why am I about to cry right now? Okay, clearly I'm gonna have to like speed talk through this topic, but like the whole stereotypical like being in the military and missing out on things, I didn't know it still affected me this much. It is just so true, and it really sucks sometimes. And I don't think it looks the same for everybody. I think some people just tend to sacrifice a little bit more for their career, and it really just depends what you want. But I think for Lucas and I, we are very family and friend oriented, so it does affect us sometimes when we're not able to go to certain events or see certain people. I will say though, like, we have amazing family and friends where like all of them have come to see us, and that's not the certain case for every single person, but it is the case for us. And so we are very blessed in that way, because like the first year when you join, you get 30 days of leave for the entire year, but you don't just like get it. You gotta like build it up, so you get 2.5 days of leave every month. So when you first come in, you don't have any leave built up. Like, you got to wait that whole year to build up that 30 days of leave. Now that we have that 30 days of leave, sometimes it's just such a huge inconvenience and so expensive to travel all the way back to your home place. So like, it just depends. And sometimes it's too busy at work. Sometimes the leave doesn't get approved. Sometimes it's just too expensive. Sometimes, like, it's a lot that goes into it. So for me, I have a lot of siblings. I have a huge family. So a lot of things will happen, like life events, and I'm just simply not there for them. Like, my brothers will get a new belt in karate. My sister has homecoming. My older sister gets an apartment. My nieces and nephews start their first day of school. Like, it's just so much. And even though you receive those pictures, you still get sad that you're not there. Anyways, my advice for you is to always try to make time if you can, and try to build a relationship with your friends and family where they know the importance of still sending you pictures, of still calling you, and possibly visiting to you if they're able to. Okay, anyways, I'm done with crying. That's my advice for today. I don't want to be sad. I'm not sad. It's just, it's a lot sometimes. But for right now, I'm gonna go shopping a little bit. I just want to see if I can find a few things at Goodwill. You guys know I love shopping, but I also like to shop on a budget. You know, we have a little balance. We have bougie and we have budget, and the weather's starting to get a little bit colder. So I just want to see if there's a few things that I like around here, and, you know, spend the day with myself. Right now, we're just gonna go ahead into the store, so. I'm currently getting ready for bed and for dinner, kind of doing like my whole evening routine with my mans. We like to do it together, so at the beginning and the end of each day, it's kind of like how we like to start and end. So in the mornings, we'll kind of talk to each other, talk about a little bit what we have about the day, and then at the end it's kind of where we prepare for the evening and for tomorrow together, and it's a little bit of like us time. I know that some people get really freaked out about like being dual military and being apart and never seeing each other, but I can say that the Air Force has done a really good job with us so far. I mean, we basically got activated 2 weeks apart, and then we both moved to Texas together. They sent us to our tech schools at the same time. When he switched AFSCs, obviously they moved both of us here. So I really don't have much to complain about. We're apart right now because he went to his tech school again for his new job, so it just kind of makes sense. I have the same job, so I don't need to go to another tech school, which leaves us being, you know, apart for the next 2 months, but it's really not bad. So if you were dual military, believe me, it's not the end of the world. It's not terrible, at least for the Air Force side. That's the only part that I can speak of, but it's worked out for us so far. If anything, I really feel like some of the instances where we are apart has made our relationship and bond stronger. I think it's short enough for you to kind of like calm yourself down and be like, you know, it's only for X amount of time, but long enough for you to really appreciate your partner and for it to be a reminder of like how much you love that person. But yeah, if you are about to be a dual military couple and you are very worried about doing long distance at some point or being separated at some point, I'm not gonna lie to you, at some point you will not be together, and it could be anywhere from a day to a year. Really just depends. But as long as it's something that you both want, meaning you're content with your job and you both love each other, then it will work out. It will be totally fine, I promise. There will be sad moments, especially when you're around other couples. I think that's when I feel the most sad, is when I'm with other couples and I wish Lucas was with me. Like sometimes I'd rather just be alone than with another couple. But other than that, usually I'm okay to push through and just do my thing. And like I said, make time for each other, you know? Like we make time for each other every single morning and every single night, like I said, because we're busy throughout the day, especially when we're not here in person. So it's all about the effort that you two want to put in.